sometimes we make choices that we question along the way, but I think I'll keep going. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Don't think it should be this difficult. There's paint underneath the tape, and it's a lot of extra work. I hate doing the taping part. Rant almost over. This was a goal of mine for the whole year. All right, let's transform this. So I'm about halfway with this shelf here, and I'm wondering, is it going to be worth it? I'm painting around the shelf so that this will remain white and this on both sides, so it actually looks like a shelf. And there is 4 of them, and it was all brown before, I just figured it would pop more if I did it this way. But it's such tedious work that I'm wondering, like, is it gonna be really worth it? Do I just plug on through, keep going? I think it'll look very pretty when it's done, but right now it's like, oh, I'm not feeling it. Maybe I should just do it all green. What do you think? So I've cut everywhere else in this room except up here. I just took the light down and yeah, everything else over there is done. I did parts of that shelf there. So I have this one to go and then most of this. And it's just, like I said, tedious and a lot of work because look at all those edges. It has to be on the bottom and the top. Yikes. Sometimes we make choices that we question along the way, but I think I'll keep going. Hopefully it'll be worth it. So I am painting these shelves here, and I have the top one done on the top and this one done on the top. Now I have to do the underneath and these, what would you call it, railing or wherever the shelf is sitting on. And then I have 2 more to go. So we have 4 shelves in total here. That is what I am doing right now, and then after that I will do the sink cupboard thing that's before me here, and then this bathroom should be done. First coat of these shelves is done, and I will do the second coat after the first coat dries. Shouldn't take too long to dry because feels dry to touch pretty quick. But yeah, it's taking a lot of time because it's all the little nooks and crannies and having to be careful not to paint the wall, the teal color part, and so it is time consuming, but slowly but surely we are getting there.
paint has been put away for this year. We're almost at the end of this year, and I'm glad to be able to say that I'm done with painting for this year. I am going to put the hardware on these doors now, and then we are one step closer to being finished with my daughter's bathroom. I ordered this hardware on Amazon. When I made our coffee bar, I refinished our coffee bar. Maybe I can insert a picture here because I never posted a video about it. And I needed hardware for that. And as you probably know, if you order on Amazon in bulk, it's cheaper, or probably anywhere. Anyway, I ordered enough hardware to have the same on all of our bathrooms, on all our kitchen cabinetry, the doors and the drawers, and I also ordered enough for our bathroom, our master bathroom, and our daughter's bathroom. So they all are the same. And I was even able to put some on our closet doors in the main entrance. So they are matching with this as well. If you've seen my video at the beginning of the year, I talked about doing a big project. One of the big projects being my daughter's bathroom. And I guess it took all the way till the end of the year to get that done. These are not lining up exactly. This is pretty normal for projects that I do. When I get almost to the finish line, I encounter problems. Seems I am going to have to move this hole down a tiny bit. The screw can't get into this here, so I don't know if it's the hardware or if this just didn't get put in the right place, but I'll be right back. Let's see if this will be enough what I did. Not quite. Finally. Well, that took a little bit extra work, but it's on there. I haven't done this in so long that I've forgotten how to do this. Let's see if I can figure this out. I know if I do it right, it just pops right in. The paint does make, I think the wood expands a little bit from the moisture maybe, and it's harder to clip it in there exactly like it was before. Goodness. Doesn't help that I have a sore on my thumb. Can't use my full power here. Don't think it should be this difficult. Goodness.
other one. Let's see if it's as difficult as this one. Maybe I should have taken note of which one goes on the top and which one goes on the bottom. This one's not as bad. Scratched it earlier with trying to get the holes right. Voila! One done. Next step is deep cleaning.
A few minutes later.
Well, I've tried it again, and all I could. I don't know if you can see this. It's not flush with the door, but I don't actually think it matters. I don't look at it before I take it off, so maybe it wasn't flush in the first place. Fits, it functions, it's done. They're on, they're good. Now we need to take the tape off. I think I'm gonna go get a knife. There you go. That's much better. And then it's still doing this. Man, tape is not my favorite. Still got paint on the floor somehow. see this right here, right here. So let's talk about the tape that I used for painting. I have taken all this off, and I will try to remember this and not use tape again. It is very irritating to me that the paint still bleeds through even though I bought the more expensive tape, and I have to cut it off. Maybe I should remove it when it's wet. I have tried that too. Then the paint comes with. Didn't like that either. Now I figured I would leave it on until it was dry. Now I have to cut the tape, and then it's still, there's paint underneath the tape, and it's a lot of extra work. I hate doing the taping part. Rant almost over. I just want to remember to not use tape anymore, because I have painted a lot where I did not use tape, and I just wipe. If I make an oopsie, I have a wet cloth, I wipe it off, done deal. I don't have to worry about it later. I don't have to worry about dried on paint that seeped through. In my opinion, painter's tape is a useless thing. For me, my own opinion. Just hope that I'm gonna remember this and not fall for it again and use it again. Rant over. Today is finally the day where I finish my daughter's bathroom makeover. The Amazon orders have arrived to organize these shelvings here behind me a little bit better. She needs something to put her headbands, her hair ties, and all the things. So can't wait to show you what I have in mind, and let's see how it works to set it all up. Just so glad that this project is finally done. I made it just before the year ends, so this was a goal of mine for the whole year, and yeah, I'm glad to say that it's finally getting there. So these are the things I will be working with. Let's see what we can do. So we have a small round one. I'm thinking maybe hair ties in here. Then we have a tall one with this opening. It's meant for cotton swabs, but I think we will figure something else out with that. She's not quite there yet using cotton swabs. And we have this little guy. So this is where Q-tips will go in. All right, let's transform this. So I put a little nail in here for her glasses cleaner cloth. We got the clips in here, the bigger hair ties, and then we got the little ones. We got some Q-tips, and here we have more hair ties, scrunchies actually, and headbands. Out with the old and in with the new. I think this will be more sufficient and more workable, so I'm happy with what I got here and how it turned out. Let me know in the comments if you have any different ideas of how I could improve it, or if this was helpful to you, let me know as well. I would like to hear from you. I'm glad to say that this project is finally done. So thanks for being here, coming along, and hopefully it gave you some encouragement or helped you in some way. And here are the final touches. Got a new curtain rod up there, and I put a few pictures up here. I believe it goes with the theme. We got our turtle down there, turtles on here, and then we got lighthouses and seashells. Project complete.